The woman withdrew 5 kilograms of fresh blood from her arm. Then she poured all the blood on the floor, spreading it evenly, and made 2 bloody handprints. Afterward, she wiped the bloodstains clean with a rag. Next, she took out a stick, dipped it in the remaining blood, and finally threw the stick into the fireplace to burn it. After completing all the preparations, she overturned the coffee table in the house and drove away. Everything this woman did was to get revenge on her cheating husband. She wanted to frame her husband as a monster who had killed his wife. The unsuspecting husband returned home, and upon seeing the scene his wife had meticulously arranged, thought his wife had been kidnapped and quickly called the police. The police marked the suspicious spots in the house and immediately launched an investigation. They quickly discovered abnormalities and felt that the couple's relationship was very discordant. Amy was a well-known local writer and cartoonist, while Nick was just an inconspicuous college professor. Moreover, Amy had a strong desire for control, with the house and car both in her name, causing frequent conflicts between the two. The police also found a letter in Amy's closet, but they didn't understand what the words in the letter meant. Nick explained that it was a puzzle game the couple often played. He picked up the card and immediately guessed that the answer was his office. Sure enough, in Nick's office, they found a second letter. This time, the clue on the letter was brown cabin, but Nick also didn't know what it meant. At this point, the police found a pair of women's underwear in the office. That night, taking advantage of the late hour, Nick came to an old house and saw a third letter on the table. It was clear that he had lied to the police during the day. In fact, Nick's father was named Brown, which sounded the same as the color brown. So this was the brown cabin mentioned in the letter. At this time, the police had also followed him. The husband hurriedly hid the letter and said that this was their family's old house, which he came to routinely check every week. The police couldn't refute him and could only watch as Nick drove away. Since Amy was a public figure, Nick and his wife's parents held a press conference, hoping to collect clues about Amy from the entire society. However, the reticent Nick appeared very unnatural in front of the reporters. And it was this smile that brought him media accusations and abuse. Meanwhile, the police once again went to Nick's family's old house. They felt that there must be a reason for Nick to come here in the middle of the night. Sure enough, inside were written several hundred stories about the couple, including many records of Nick's domestic violence against Amy. Of course, all of this was fabricated by Amy, but the police didn't know that at this point. They were unknowingly walking into the trap Amy had set, step by step.